Hi guys, welcome to Help4code YouTube channel. My name is Ankush Nag and I am a Python Django trainer. It will be a video series in which we are going to look about how to build a project by using Python and Django, and it will be built from a scratch. The project name is Project Management Application. Many of the MNCs use some tools like GitLab, GitHub and Jira. Something like that we are going to make in this particular video series. For following this series, you should have some prior knowledge of Python, Django and how to use HTML tags and how to use CSS and all. Okay. For building the project, we have to discuss about the modules. There are two major modules. First one is manager module and second one is developer or tester module. In future it may be possible I will be adding more modules in this project, and for now there are only two modules decided. In this video I will be discussing about the managers registration and login module. In the upcoming videos I will be discussing about the rest of the manager modules as well as the developer modules. The roadmap for this project: first of all we have to set up the Django project, then we have to set up the application in the form of apps. One Django project may have multiple applications. Then we have to set up the HTML templates, then we have to set up the static files like JavaScript, CSS and all. Then we have to set up the database. Then we have to set up the logical statement for the login and registration. Let's get jump into the practical. I have created a folder in my D drive named as new project, and I have opened that particular folder in my VS Code. I will be using this template for my login registration for manager module. You guys can see here I have a text box here, username, password, and this is my login form, and this is my registration form. For registration I will be taking first name, last name, username, email, password and confirm password. There are several free templates are available on the net. You guys can look over it and download any one of the template and use it. Okay, let's get started. In my terminal, to create a project I have to use a command that name is Django admin start project, and the project name I have given project name as project underscore management underscore application, because there is a naming convention rule. Your project name should be same as the actual project it is. Okay, and as soon as I press enter, here a folder will generate name as project underscore management underscore application. Inside that particular folder there is one more folder is available, and manage.py file is available. This is a Python file. This Python file is responsible for managing all the things inside the particular project. Okay, and in this in the inside folder there are more files are available like init.py. Init.py is responsible for it tells that the particular folder is a sub package. This is a sub package. And sgpy is responsible for uploading the files into the server and all. Okay, settings.py is responsible to for do settings like for the templates, for the database and all. Okay, and the urls.py, it is responsible for the path jumping urls, all the jumping urls for the applications we have to maintain here. Okay, and the wsgpy is also responsible for the deployment on the server and all. Okay, after the creation of the project I have to create an application for this. For creating an application, first of all I have to move inside the project management directory, because I have to use, for creating an application I have to use manage.py file. For this I have to move inside the project management application folder. For this we have to use cd. As soon as press tab I will get project management application, because in new project there is only one folder available, that is project management application. As soon as I press enter I will be get inside the project management application. Okay, after creating the project I will be creating an application for the project. For this I have to create fire a command named as python manage.py start app, and application name is account, because I will be managing the accounts. I will be managing the account section of all the users. That's why I am using the name account. And here account folder is created. After inside the account folder You guys can see here same init.py, it is responsible for this folder is act, it will be act as a package. Okay, admin.py here we have to register the modules and all applications. This tells the configuration that it is an application. Okay, models.py, this particular file, this particular py file is responsible for communicating with the database and to create a database and all. Okay, test.py, this we will not take this file as in working because it is responsible for the testing part, testing the application portion. Okay, views.py, all the logical applications will be available in this, but for now we don't have any urls.py in this account. Then how my project will communicate with this? So for that I have to create a urls.py in this account section. Okay, let's first create urls.py, urls.py. Okay, and then we have to install the application in the settings.py. I will go to install tab. Yes, in the install tab I will install the application. The application name is account. Okay, I will give a comma. Next, I have to configure this url inside the project url. So I have to link the application URL with the project URL. For that, I will be using path single quote. We are not giving nothing inside this because I need everything in the home. That's why comma, and we have to register it. For registration I have to use include and the file name. What is my file name? File name is urls and it is inside the account. That's why I will be using account dot urls. Yes, for this here we are getting an error named as include because we have not imported the include. For that I have to import include. Okay, now error is gone. And the next step is we have to create a template folder because in my base directory we have to create a template template folder. In template folder we will be storing all the html templates because Django basically followed the MVT architecture. MVT means model view template. Models is responsible for communicating with the database, and views.py is responsible for the to build the business logic and to load the pages, and the template, all the pages will get loaded inside from this. Okay, so we have to store the html template inside the template folder. Okay, I will do it as quick as possible. Okay, I will just copy paste those things. Now you guys can see here I have two HTML pages, login 01.html and sign up 01.html. To load these pages I have to create a function in a views. For that, for creating a function I will use login as a function name, request as a parameter, and to load this HTML page I have to use return render method will accept two parameter. First as a request, and second one it is in format of page name. The page name is login hyphen 01.html. Okay, if I save this file, and for this I have to create a urls as well. In urls of accounts url, I have to create a url. For this I have to import something. I will just do copy paste from here in my urls accounts urls. After this you have to create a list of urls pattern, and it is very compulsory to write as I am writing because urls pattern is a keyword for the Django. Urls patterns equals to, it will be a list. In this list I will be holding some path. First argument will be nothing. Okay, I will just load the login page. For login page my login function is in views.py. That's why I have to use that function, uh, views views dot, I guess, login. But I am getting error in views because I have not imported it, so I have to import the views first. So how to import views? From dot import views, views. And now you can see here, guys, it's turned into green. That means I am getting support of login function, in particular this file. And then I have to give a name of this, name for this path. I will give name as same as the function name, that is login. Okay, and I will save it. It will be a list. It will be a list of path. That's why I am giving a comma here. Okay, there may be possibility another path we will give here. Okay, first of all, we can see here my most of the files are unsaved. We will save all these files. Let's save all this. Okay, great. Then, okay, one more setting we have to do in settings.py. I have to go to template, and in dirs name the folder name, the in which my HTML templates are available. The folder name is template. So I have just enter template here. Okay, let's save this. I guess all the settings are done. We are good to go for loading our first page. For loading our first page, command is py manage.py run runserver. Yes. Okay, there is an error named as circular error, because I guess this error occurs because of I have given a wrong spelling here. That's why I guess. So what I can do, I can just do the copy from here, so that I will not get that error. Okay, I will just copy paste this. Yes, I guess there is some spelling mistake. If I save this and okay, the error has been gone. My localhost IP address has been flashed up, and I just copy this link and I will go to Chrome. I will just activate incognito mode, because in incognito mode cache will not get stored. That's why I will open in incognito mode. I will paste the link and I will press enter. You guys see here, I am getting a form, but not as same as we are getting in the normal templates. Why this is so? Because we have not used any CSS and JavaScript yet. That's why we are getting this. So but for using those JavaScript and CSS files, we need to create a folder named as static in my base directory. This is my base directory, guys. Okay, I have to create a static folder. Static folder. Inside the static folder, I have to just copy paste the JavaScript images folder. Okay, for I will do it very quick. Okay, I guess it is in template folder. Template, just this folder I will just copy, and I will just paste in project management, and I will just copy all those folder inside the my static folder. Yes, it's get copied. And if I jump to my VS Code, you guys can see here there are CS files we got here, we are getting JS files we are getting. Okay, okay. Next step is to give the path for this static files. How to give the path? Again, we have to go to settings.py. Scroll down at the bottom of this file and just follow these steps. We need to add static files file underscore dirs. For this, this is a directory where my static files are available. We are just joining the static file path to my application. That's why I'm giving this. For this I have to use os dot path dot join, I guess, base dir base underscore dir comma uh, static. Great. But we can see here OS is giving me error because we have not imported the OS module. For this I have to import OS. And if I scroll down again, you guys can see here there is no error, and my join function has turned into green. That means we are getting a support of the join function. Okay, let's save this. And if I reload this again, can I get any changes? No, there is no changes yet. Even we are not getting any error as well. That means this is a correct syntax for the for joining the static folder with the application with the project. The next step is to load the content of the static folder inside the template. Okay, so for that we have to go to index.html. First line should be percent in curly braces, and in percentage, inside percentage we have to use static load static. Okay, load static. If I save this and again reload this, there is no changes yet. For loading the CSS images and JavaScript files from this folder, we have to use curly brace percent, curly braces percent, and we have to use static. There is a single quote, and in at the end we have to use single quote and percent and then curly brace. If I save this, there may be possibility we can see some changes here. There is no changes yet. Let's see what it says. I guess we have to apply more static in every statement. It's just I will just copy paste every static files. Let's save this. Let's reload this. There is no changes. I guess there is some issue with the settings.py. In settings.py I have implemented this. I guess there is some spelling mistake. There is a spelling mistake. There is a s and it should be a tuple or a list. I have given inside a tuple. Let's reload this. I guess there is an error. I should give a comma inside this. Okay, let's save this. Okay, the error has been resolved, and if I reload this, we can see some CSS and JavaScript folders are loading, but not all the files are loading because we have not complete the changes in login.html. For making changes I have to use Control F. What I will do, I will replace all the static files into this format, into a Jinja format. Okay, I will just search JS folder, JS slash folder. Yes, we have four JS slash folder, and I will replace it by using this. You guys can see here, static JS slash. I will replace all these four JS files with the static JS and end it dot JS with this. We will replace all the dot JS files with this. Okay, I have replaced all the files. Okay, next, save this, reload this. Can we get more changes? No changes yet. Again we have to load the image because I have not implemented static in image folder. Let's see how many images are used from this image folder. I have to search for it, image slash. I guess there is images slash. There is only two images I guess in this particular file. I will replace it with static. I will just copy this, replace it with this, and next one is I have to close the static file. Yes, with the curly braces. If I reload this, you can see here I'm getting the image as well, and my file is loading as clean as possible. Okay, and the next step, similarly we have at the same step we have to follow for the signup.html. For this to I will quickly go to views.py. I will create a function like registration. I will create a function name register. Okay, next we have to return the file signup01.html. I guess yes, sign up, and there is a hyphen between sign and up. Okay, if I save this, yes, great. uh, I assume we have to create a path for this. I will just copy paste this, and I will create a path. I will take this as a register, and I have to give here register, and here name is as same as the function name. Just I used to give the name as same as the function name because it helps me to identify which functions it get reload while this path will get called. Okay, next, same I have to load this. I For loading this I have to use load static at the top, and then we have to implement all the syntactical changes. I will do it very quick. It is as same as the login.html. The same static files are going to load from the same folder. That's why I'm doing this very quickly, and you guys can follow it. I have done all the changes. I have saved the file. For loading the register.html, I have to just type slash and register in URL in my browser's URL. If I do this, I am getting all the static files. Okay, there is some problem with this file, with this pages. Let's see what's the problem is. Let me quickly resolve this. I have done some changes inside the HTML page because I got some errors. That's why we are not able to see the images and the static file. We have resolved all these things. If I jump to login, can I see that my login is okay? My login is looking great, and as well as my registration. Okay, my registration is also looking great. After this, what we have to do, we have to do the logical coding for this. I have to set up all the HTML files. We have load all the statics inside the files, and in next video I will be covering all the logical coding for the login and registration. Okay,